You're listening to For Better and Worse with Jess and Rach.
Tuck the cooter away.
Tuck the cooter away, Jess. How many years has it been?
It's been 84 years.
I thought I retired from the podcast life. That's how I've been. I'm like, I felt so distant from it.
Yeah, I know.
What's
well,
that
now
about?
that it's like you've traded duties as well, like
Yeah, like,
sharing
we
the
go on and
responsibility.
off.
I know. It has been.
It's been weird.
It's been weird, but we are world travelers.
Traveling?
Traveling chickies.
We are.
Yeah,
Doing our best.
we are. We are. We are talking about that traveling doesn't mean success
Whoever.
in our industry.
No.
But is it pretty damn cool?
It can feel
yeah.
cool.
It can feel cool
It just feels like people want me
in another state,
in another state.
and they're willing to pay.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But how is Brit? That episode cracked me up. Madison and I listened to it coming back from Philly, and the ingrown butt hair story.
Listen, I had somebody message us and say, "You're not alone. I had the same thing. Here's the name of it, and I had to get mine surgically removed. So consider yourself lucky." I was rolling because I'm like,
the ingrown hair went all the way to her tailbone.
I said, "Ingrown hair chicks, rise up, come through, because we are not alone." There, it's like right above the tailbone area. I guess like there's,
and
it's
it was
more-
what people are forgetting. It was the time before high-rise pants, so you were just
yeah. It was just absolutely
Irritating.
rubbing it raw. Rubbing it raw. I mean, I was grinding on somebody when it popped, and
Yeah.
I was like, something feels wet. Yeah, it's not
something
okay.
popped.
It's not okay.
It was my boiler. It was him. You know.
And it wasn't him. I could tell you
Oh
that.
My
I can tell you that.
God. Okay, Jess, I have to ask you something.
Okay.
And you might not have an answer for this, but I also want our listeners' answers.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever done for money?
Oof. Off the top of my head, can't tell you.
Okay.
Because I do a lot of weird things for free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I would love to know what your answer is to this, because I know you got something.
Well, today at 9:30 in the morning, Madison and I videoed a funeral.
No.
Dead.
What the fuck? You
Dead
literally-
ass.
No pun intended.
Dead. Oh. R.I.P. Eileen.
Wait, Eileen?
93.
Rip
7
queen.
children.
Rip queen.
Rip queen. A Gemini queen.
Oh my, wait, what the fuck?
Okay, so
Tell me about the inquiry and tell me why you agreed to do it. Because
the inquiry
couldn't be
came in
me.
yesterday. One of Eileen, God rest her soul, her children, one of 7 children. I know everything about this woman now. Don't get me started.
You had no idea who this was prior to the inquiry.
Absolutely no idea. These were strangers. These were strangers to us.
On Madison's birthday.
But one of her daughters had emergency surgery and couldn't come to the funeral. And so
You live streamed it?
No, we videoed it like a ceremony. I was like, bro, I've never done this, but who am I to say no to $1,400 on a Wednesday morning?
Oh,
You know?
my God.
I literally said,
I am shook. I am shook by this.
you should have seen Madison's traumatized ass. She's like, last funeral I went to was my mom's.
And this is her birthday. Today's her birthday.
Oh yeah, today's her birthday.
And she shot a fucking funeral.
Yeah, I mean, I gave her the option. I said, how would you? I mean, but this is the thing.
Wait, were you guys like secretly laughing to yourselves the whole time? Like, what are we doing? Or were
Did
you
I?
guys in full funeral mode?
Oh, I mean, you get into funeral mode, but did I snap a pic of her across? Yeah, I did. Because it was insane. It was like, it's an insane thing to do. But in my head, I'm like, is there a market for this? It's not bad money for midweek.
No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna argue nobody wants to watch their loved one's funeral.
I would argue that as well, except for in the case if you can't go to it.
But I would say somebody put an iPhone up and just.
I know, but it was a real echoey church. That wouldn't have worked. Because I was like, some churches have like a camera that they put up, I was like, I know this is a lot of money. I was just like, I'm not doing it for less than that. Just like I like calculating the hours I would do. Like it's not like hard work, but it's still about like 8 hours of time and editing. Yeah. But
oh my God.
Absolutely bananas. That's the weirdest thing I think I've ever done for a paycheck.
Thus
far.
You take the cake. You take the cake. It's so funny because I'm like, you look cute. What'd you do today?
And I was like, save her for
and
the
then
pod.
and they like you posted something with Madison. I'm like, oh, did you really take her out to brunch and like didn't invite me for the birthday brunch? And so she's like, no,
I couldn't invite you because I would have had to tell you.
I know
where we were.
No, it was well worth it to know that you fucking shot a funeral. This goes back to are the cringiest photos we've ever seen, and that is people next to the casket. Did you pull something like that?
No, we didn't go to the burial. It was literally, and it was a very beautiful service.
It was at
I recognized the priest.
For some reason, I'm really picturing just at the funeral home.
No.
So
it
that
was
makes it
the church service, like the eulogy, like stuff that you don't want to miss.
Okay,
like
that makes a little more sense because I was dead ass thinking of a courtroom brown room.
No.
Low ceilings, smells like smoke.
Yeah.
The girl who runs its names is Estelle. No shot.
That was in my name. That was in my head. Estelle.
Yeah, Estelle runs it.
No.
She chain smokes in the back. It's a family biz. That's what I was picturing when you're telling me this. I'm like, this is like great.
But I was just so funny. I was like talking to my sister or Jerry or someone. I was like, tell me you're strapped for cash without telling me you're strapped for cash.
Trying to make a quick buck.
Trying to make a quick dollar. Because I decided to plan a wedding. I decided to plan a wedding in 4 months.
Oh my God.
Literally my thought process with this, guys, was like, is it logistically possible? Can I get the venue I want and the vendors I want?
And you did.
And I did. Did I think about, can I pay these people? Can I come up? And I'll talk money. Can I come up with $19,000 in 4 months? Because I'm paying for this myself. And the answer is, we'll see.
The answer is stay tuned.
Yeah, the answer is stay tuned.
For July. We'll let you know.
Yeah, but my gracious videographer, and Madison and I also actually do this too, lets you pay after the wedding. Because with video, your turnaround times can be so long that I'm kind of like, if people pay like a third after the wedding, it's like, you ain't getting your film if you don't pay me. So
right.
And he did the same thing. So
good.
My final payment's not due until October. So I'm like, thanks.
Perfect.
But
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
One day I'll break down the budge for you guys, but that's very niche topic. But I think some people like that shit, but
yeah, I think like when you're actively planning, just knowing that you're in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
Like you're not, where to shoot. It's like, because it looks a lot. How much is like a realistic, still get what I want wedding.
Yeah.
And that's something we could break down at another time.
I went to Chicago. I got my wedding dress.
Mazel tov, sister.
Heyo.
What a journey that was.
It was a journey. It was really fun. I had a really good time.
Good. I'm so glad you went with the dress you did.
Me too.
I loved being involved.
Yeah.
Let me say that. Good. I know Madison and I really were like, we have to be there without being there. And your sister really kept us in the loop. And we appreciate Laura. Shout out, Laura.
Shout out.
But I am so glad. I feel like only you can make that decision. And it's really hard for people like Madison and I to like talk you off the ledge or be like, because in all true honesty, Rach, it was like all of them looked phenomenal. Like there was not a bad choice, but it's really hard to tell somebody that who's like, I have my eye on a specific one or my heart on a specific one. It's like, go for that.
What was hard? So I will say like that was hard. I will say like one way that like I really lucked out is like I went to 2 places. I went to Beholden, which is Anthropologie's bridal brand. And I went to Glamour Closet, which is like a sample dress like resale store. So they hadn't been like worn on a wedding day, but like brides would have tried them on. So went to Glamour Closet first, tried on a bunch of dresses, and I was surprised. So like I was really anxious that nothing was going to fit me. I think I talked about that on the podcast. But lucked out in that like I was actually, I don't know who told me about dress sizes, but like I said I'm a street 14. And they're like, okay, so maybe you're like an 18 or a 20 bridal. I was fitting into 12s and 14 bridal. And so I was like, I don't really understand this.
It just depends on the designer because I am a 10 street size and I think my dress was like a 16, 18.
Yeah.
So, and they're like, don't pay attention to these. Like, they mean nothing.
Yeah.
They only like measurements mean everything. So don't
Yeah.
pay attention to sizing. But that's
Yeah.
another thing. Like when you're inquiring beforehand,
Yeah.
being like, this is my size. So they're like, we don't really know what that means. It depends on
Right.
the dress.
And I
the
think it
designer.
helps that like a lot of dresses, like I'm biggest in like my hips area. And so like
Not the waist.
yes. So, I mean, but yeah, it was nice that like I felt like most things fit me. So I got to see how they actually looked on my body. I think like that's really hard, whether you're like smaller than sample size or larger than sample size. You don't know how something's going to look. How many times have you heard of a bride? It doesn't even matter if they're like in a thin body or like a bigger body, but like they get their dress in their size and they go to like alterations and they're like, this doesn't look anything like I thought it would, because they're clamping things all over.
Yeah, it's hard to visualize.
But I fell in love. Like I had my biggest emotion at Glamour Closet. But you think like, oh my God, like we just started and I still like had my appointment at Beholden and I wanted to go there, and Beholden was gorgeous. I highly recommend Beholden for many reasons, but particularly because their sample sizes are like, if you can go there, go there. So like their sample sizes, I think, are size 6, size 14, and size 22. So like people of all bodies can go into that store and try on a dress that is going to fit them. If you're a size 18 and you're trying to fit into a sample size 8, you're going to hate everything. So 10 out of 10, go to Beholden, recommend it. Go.
Dresses are phenomenal.
Oh, every dress I tried on was beautiful and affordable. Like every dress was around, I mean, affordable is relative, but every dress was around $2,000, which is like pretty much how much I anticipated to pay. Saw this dress. I love the way I felt in it. And I looked at myself, I was like, I love this. Like a lot of detailing, beading. And then also the nice thing about Beholden is it's an online store. So like you could 30-day cancellations. Like, so I wanted to make sure, I didn't know how it worked and I didn't know how to ask, but I wanted to make sure the girl got commission off the sale.
Yeah.
So I like bought it then and there. I walk out and I start looking at the phone and I'm like, I don't feel like I look that great in this dress. Like I did, like in comparison to all the other dresses, I was like, I don't feel like this dress actually flatters my body. It's very comfortable. Dress made by Nike, like that.
Yeah.
But it didn't like hug me in a way that like.
Was that your actual size?
I was going a size down. I ordered like it was a size 14, but I was going to order a 12. But it keep your mouth shut. If you work with my boyfriend, fiance, mind your business. Okay. But I tried on a lot of dresses with like a corset vibe. And I felt like looking back on all the dresses I chose that were like tighter around my like my boobs and my rib cage, looked the best. And so the first dress that I fell in love with at Glamour Closet was like that. And it was also half the price. And so I start weighing the pros and cons. At this time, I'm just now kind of figuring out like I need to hire a videographer and that's not cheap. And so I was just kind of like, I was not spiraling, but I was very much being like, ugh. But then my credit card marked the Beholden thing as fraud. So didn't even buy the dress. It like didn't go through. So in the morning, went back to Glamour Closet, tried it back on, bought the dress.
It was good that you went back to like
the next day
revisit and like know the emotions that you were feeling in that dress.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's telling that you bought the dress and was like, I'm still thinking about the other one. I thought that was telling in itself. That I was like,
and I haven't thought about any other dress since I bought this dress. So
they were all great options. And that's why it was like hard
on
our end. Cause it's like, dude, they're all fucking great. Like the Beholden ones were like, fucking phenomenal.
Well, the dress I ended up buying was a Beholden dress.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a Waters dress.
Oh my gosh.
Beholden carries. Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of the ones I liked that
makes sense. All checks out.
So
good.
It was great.
I'm glad you found the dress.
So highly recommend, go to Chicago, try out Glamour Closet and try out Beholden. Do it. It was great. It was a great experience, except it rained the whole time. Before we get into anything else, Jess, I have to give you something.
What is this? Oh,
Merry Christmas.
This is my Christmas gift. You've already told me what it is. That's so cute. Year of growth, guys.
I know. When I read that, I was like, we really haven't come up with the 2022 slogan yet.
It hasn't hit us, but I
No.
think it will mid-season. But for those of you not watching on YouTube, this is the gift that she told me about, and it's a made by Laura. Shout out Laura.
Desiderata Clayco.
Desiderata. I have a hard time saying that. 2021 year of growth ornament, and this is going on my fridge for now.
Okay. Hanging on your fridge.
Yeah, because I have to be reminded.
Yeah.
Year of growth. 2022 is year of question mark. We're going to find out here soon.
We're going to find out.
We'll be tested. There'll be trials and tribulations.
And I only have one more thing because it's been a million years since I talked to you.
I know.
That happened. So very random. Jerry calls me out of the blue and it's like, hey, what are you doing right now? Basically, she finds out that this was a couple weeks ago. She finds out that there's a Dyson Airwrap at the Ulta in Akron. And she's like, I'm on my way, but can you get there? Because I'm so worried. So I go there.
It's going to sell before she gets it?
Yeah, I go there, put down my card. Jerry Venmos me $600 for this thing, but hey. Jerry's hair has never looked better.
To each his own.
To each his own. Her hair looks dope. She's wanted it forever. Treat yourself. And so I go into Ulta. I buy it. Back in the car. Josh calls me. No, he texts me. He's like, Rach, you are not going to believe what just happened.
I already know, I think.
Do you?
No.
Oh.
I have a guess.
So when we bought the house, we bought a Samsung frame TV. And they're basically made to look like a picture frame and you hang it on the wall. And there's this matte feature where it looks like a picture. But we haven't hung it up yet. It's just sitting on its stilts on our console table. He's like, I have no idea what happened, but Herschel got shocked or something behind the TV and the TV fell. And I'm like,
wait, is he up to a prank?
He is. I'm like, what? Is Herschel okay? And he sends me a Snapchat of the screen. The screen
this is
broken.
A classic prank. I know it.
And I call him and I'm like, are you okay? Cause he's like, I didn't get the warranty. And I was like, I bought the TV. And in my head, every single time I'm like, hey, you're handling this well. When he's handling it well,
and you think it's gross,
a prank is afoot.
It is.
A prank's afoot.
And I know it.
And it was April motherfucking Fools.
You didn't even catch it?
No.
Were you
He's
worried?
never April Fool's me before.
Were you worried?
No.
Because you were like, whatever.
I mean, I wasn't like, whatever, but I was like, we're going to be finding our next TV on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not spending another $1,000 on a television.
Hell no. But he put that screen up that looks like it's broken.
Yeah.
A TikTok classic.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're on Prank Talk?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I mean, I prank Joe all the time, so I'm always looking for...
You and Josh, class clowns of your years.
We always be looking for ways. But Joe's just he's touchy right now, so can't...
Is he?
Yeah, just can't be messing with. Anxiety's at an all-time high for the guy. So, gotta tread lightly with that guy.
Yeah.
Until we get it leveled out, but...
Yeah.
So I couldn't really fully participate in April Fool's.
Yeah.
But I do know, and I do like to sit from afar. So hats off to you, Josh. Got him.
You know what he also tried to convince me of yesterday?
What?
That it was the Newark Nets. And I was like, no, it's not. You're an idiot. And he was really he kept a straight face for so long. And I was like, you're a sociopath. That's all I got to say about you.
Funny, though. That's a sense of
He's
humor.
like, the Newark, Rach. What do you think? It's in New York? It's Newark, New Jersey Nets.
He would have had me there. I would have been like, wait, what?
Oh, my God.
A classic prankster.
What? I mean, you've just been traveling. Have you even been able to process life?
No, like I said, I'm like, I realize how much I crave routine when I'm out of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Charleston was fun. And I went right back into Salt Lake City to hang with Britt, which was fun, but it was also relaxing at the same time. We didn't do too much. We just ate so much food, which is an activity Britt and I love to participate in.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's now adjusting back to reality before I head out to Arizona in a few weeks. But I don't know. I'm realizing like a hard shift back into reality from travel. So I'm just sitting with it, and I am trying to welcome all feelings that come and just get back into a routine. When I come home, I'm like craving the things that I don't like in people. It's like routine and a lot of self-care, but I have to pump myself with vegetables. I have to exercise.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I hate those traits in people, but like
the intensity of them, like how passionate some people get about them is like,
there you go.
All right,
Thank
calm
you.
down.
Yeah. But for me, it's like, I'm feeling like I need to like hit the ground running on some like healthy habits before like,
yeah,
I start to lose myself.
I mean, I did have a bit of a mentee bee, went to Target, tried to find some serotonin, didn't find any serotonin, but I did find a gratitude journal.
Okay.
Barfo. Forgot about it today. But...
I'm with it.
Well, when Madison and I were driving to Philly, listened to the podcast, and there's some crazy fucking statistics on like journaling and like how like statistically it makes you happier, healthier, like less stress,
self-awareness.
Better. Yeah, like,
it's just self-awareness.
Yeah, and if you're feeling negative emotions, get them out first thing in the morning. You're less likely to carry them with you all day. So I just feel like before my period, that's one thing I've really been noticing being off birth control is I'm so emotional. Like, so like in a way that it's like, it's probably normal emotions, but for me, it feels like very upsetting. Like it's upsetting to me to feel out of control and to feel like stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, I love that. I love that journal journey for you. What? It's good.
I think really what it is for me is like it all like really triggers me back to like the church and Bible studies and journaling and writing in my Bible and annotations and like all of that stuff. So it's like, it's hard for me to get on like the woo-woo train of like just like self-reflection and like normal healthy habits, because it's like, it just feels like an off-brand version of the community I used to be a part of. You know what I mean? So it's like, trying to find... The only
time you did it was when you were doing it for church and for Bible study, etc. Yeah. So it's like...
Well, and it's like I was journaling to God.
Right. Oh, okay,
so,
yeah.
Like I wasn't ever like talking to myself really.
But I'm telling you, it's a hard pill to swallow. That's why journaling's really hard for people, because we have those thoughts and we just quickly will be like, nope, fuck it. Nope, grocery store. Nope, Target. Nope, this. And it's like, to really sit them and to put them on paper, really to sit with them and acknowledge them first really sucks. And then to put them on paper is really hard as well. So I think it's just like a hard exercise for people to like really sit with the crazy thoughts or the feelings that may be coming up that we just kind of like push down.
Yep.
Yeah. I am reading a book called Let That Shit Go. I bought it at the airport. Big fan of it so far. Like I just started. I can keep you updated as I read and the kind of practices.
Who's it by?
It's by two women who write like they're talking to you, which I really appreciate. I don't know the names of them off rip, but we can put it in the little linky in our podcast notes. But big fan. I feel like I've just been really struggling with comparison. It's been a beast for me my whole life, but in regards to like where I'm at in life, like the house buying shit just really, I don't know why I obsess over it, but I'm learning to like let that shit go, literally, but like appreciate what I have. And they really do talk about what I preached to you guys last year on the pod about like happiness is not something that we get when we get these material things. That's such temporary shit. Yeah. So happiness comes within, and that becomes like being present in moments. So just practicing that. I know it sounds woo-woo and I know it sounds corny, but it's working for me right now. So it's what I got to go with. So, well,
I'm here to try to be more woo-woo, I guess.
But... are we talking woo-woo on the pod? Whatever. If it makes you feel good,
I did buy a book. I bought a book for fun.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, I gotta unplug. I gotta just. I'm feeling like a drone going through. Like it's too much, and so I'm like, I need to be more of a person that has a brain that she exercises and just doesn't try to just escape to. But I like
that.
Yeah. I also read I heard a very scary statistic about how like 1 month of burnout takes your body 3 to 5 years to recover. So I just promptly tried to forget that because I'm like, what if you're going on 12 months of burnout? Does that just like compile to like 40 years?
I mean, just you're doomed for the rest of your life.
Am I just dead now?
Am I just burnt out for life?
But we're trying to get our life back.
Good.
That's what we're trying.
We are.
In this stage.
Yeah. And come on the journey with us.
Okay.
2022, getting our life back, taking our life back as we enter the busiest year of our lives.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but I truly feel, I mean, we don't have to put this in the pod, but I feel like this is my last year of true hustle. I can say that. I can say that confidently.
Yeah.
That like, I'm at where I need to be. Did I take on too much? Yes. But like, I'm at a good spot.
Right.
And I feel good in that.
Oh, good.
I
will need to take another break, but Jess just told me.
I said, I have to talk to you about this because I am a Survivor head.
Okay. What got you in? What?
Joe has been a longtime fan. And
Josh and I talk about this. Joe would be such a good contestant.
Joe would win Survivor.
He would.
And I know that. Now I'm so invested.
Are you watching this season?
Yes. So we've watched the 2 on Netflix that everyone's talking about. We blew through those. We watched one way back when, a few years ago, we first started dating. And he told me that he was into it, but we never revisited. Now it's all we watch. It's that and American Idol. Guys, I'll save the American Idol rant for later because if you diss American Idol, you're not human. It's so good. Okay, anyways, back to Survivor. We are watching the current season being aired right now.
Yeah, me too.
So good. I just think more. I used to think it was like, oh, this is all bullshit. But the more you watch it, the more you're just like, I want to do it. Like, do you think like you could possibly do it? But I'm like, these are just normal ass people. These aren't people who like train. There's some people who do some training beforehand, but like
no, they're normal people.
So you can do Survivor, like anyone out there.
And when you go into Survivor, you don't really know like what type of Survivor it's going to be. Like some are more physical, some are more mental. Like it might suit your skill set, it might not.
But that's why Survivor is perfect because yes, there's challenges, but there's different parts to the challenges. Like there are some physical parts, the puzzles, like that has nothing to do with physicality. That's like
the social game.
The social game.
That to me.
What do you think your strategy would be? Because I think about it a lot and it's like get in where you can. But here's the thing. I'm like, what do alliances really, you can shift, you can blindside somebody like that. It doesn't matter. But I like being friends with everyone. So I think that would be my game.
Be a good teammate first.
You know me.
Is the poll. And my whole thing would be like, make it to the merge. Make it to the merge before you start really like showing your skills, your hand. Like in this season, is it Jonathan? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The like gladiator. Like
he's a returning player.
In other
he's one
seasons,
of the best.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's carried that tribe, but in other seasons, he would have been voted off first because of his physicality. People would be like, "Oh, he's too much of a risk." But because of how this season is fixed, it's like we can't get rid of him.
Yeah,
we can't get rid of him. I don't know how long he'll make it past the merge, though.
Really?
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's like he'll win challenges, so like keep him until you can't. That's what I'm saying. Keep him to win the rewards, to win your cheeseburgers, to win the equipment. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'd rather keep you on to win those until the end where we have to start cutting throats. And then it's a one-man game.
But back, okay. Maybe this episode is just going to be us bullshitting.
We'll get a little into that.
Yeah, but honestly, I didn't put as much time as because I had to film a funeral this morning. So
she's still recovering. She's in grief.
No.
She's
Eileen
grieving.
was a wonderful woman. But Jess, in an effort to stay relevant and to stop scrolling on TikTok so much, I have started to watch the newest Netflix dating reality show.
Yes. Ultimatum.
Yes.
Ultimatum.
Have you watched any of it?
Yeah, I binged it all on my way to Salt Lake City. And
I'm only on episode 1.
Wow, I really thought we were about to pop off.
I thought I had this.
So much slander.
I thought that I was going to be before you on this.
Listen, I probably watched it before anyone in America because I was up at 4:30 a.m. and like had it downloaded. So as soon as I got to the airport, I literally probably was the first person.
You can't guess how disappointed I am right now. Because I was ready to be like,
because I watched it all. I watched the finale before I came here because I had a feeling that you were watching, and I was like, I know.
I tried so hard to stay.
I have so much to say. So much to say.
Okay, but anyways, the premise of this show is psychotic. It's why I watched Nick Lachey and his wife. Very random. Very random.
No, but
people.
They're like cool people.
Yeah.
I love, you can see that they're cool in the reunions.
Yeah.
And how they lead conversation and how they'll call people out for like having an emotion. Like,
yeah,
you can tell they've been in therapy. Let's just say that.
Well, I loved to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, but so I'm only on episode 1.
Yeah.
But the premise of this show is like, what is it? 6 couples? 8 couples?
6, I
Six
think.
couples. Basically, one person in the relationship wants to get married right then, and one person isn't ready or doesn't want to, or like whatever. So they ship them off to this like hotel resort situation, and basically for the next 3 weeks they're single.
They're mingling. So they mingle with the other
So
couples.
they have 1 week of mingling, and then the next 2 weeks they're living with the person they
3
chose.
weeks.
3 weeks. So 1
And
week of
then-
mingling, trying to find your new boyfriend or girlfriend.
And then 3 weeks back with their original partner, and then they make their decision. The tea is piping hot, and I have all the answers right here.
Don't.
And I can't tell you.
I'm like excited for the chaos.
The chaos is beyond any show I've ever seen. It's better than Love is Blind. And
Really?
oh yeah.
I think it. I mean, it's an unhinged idea.
Absolutely unhinged, absolutely chaotic.
Yeah.
And then what you'll notice throughout the show, and this is all I'm gonna say, I'm not giving any spoilers because Rach hasn't seen it, but you'll notice how young these people are.
Okay.
They are about 26, I think, is the oldest. And they've all been dating about 2 years. And that's how they're issuing the ultimatum.
I did see a spoiler that one of the girls is actually 30, and Netflix lied about her age.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. I don't know. But it was like them being young is like, this makes sense.
Yeah, they're 23-year-old girls that are like, I'm ready for the momobile. I'm ready to have a baby.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the babies. It's like,
yeah, just wait.
Also, I
the
said
tea is piping hot on that show. It is so good.
okay. Well, I thought I had something on you, but I'm disappointed.
I've traveled, and then I also
It's been out for like a week.
I was on my way back, and I was stuck in Denver. Not stuck. I just had a layover for 5 hours. What do you do for 5 hours? Eat, stick my thumb up my ass. I mean,
Watch 5 episodes of The Ultimatum.
I was already done and caught up with The Ultimatum at that point. So I was watching Revolution of Hip Hop, which was enlightening. I loved it.
Jess, a big TV girl.
Not really. Look, this year is the year of TV, unfortunately. Okay. Shall we get into it? I have some questions for you.
Okay.
As we get into music. I just had some music questions for you. I maybe should have sent you before, but whatever. Okay. If someone had a gun pointed to your head and said, sing every word to this song, and if you get a lyric wrong, you'll die, what song are you singing to save your life? What song do you know front to back, top to bottom, start to fin?
I
Think of one. You better think of it.
Probably an Adele song.
Okay.
But of course, it's like as soon as you say that, it's like
I don't know the lyrics.
I don't know the lyrics
because you're nervous under
Yeah.
pressure. Adele song, that's good. I feel like you could
probably
sing
"Hometown
her
Glory" by Adele.
great song.
Yeah, because I know how to play it, or I did know how to play it on piano.
You know what's embarrassing is that I think that I can sing that, and I have no musical talent. In the car.
mean, you could.
In the car, I like put it up. I think like if I can match pitch to that song.
Okay. I've been walking in the same way, but I don't know. I might.
Okay, good answer.
Your turn.
A Milli, Lil Wayne.
That is the song.
I know top to bottom, start to fin. But what? That's it.
Okay.
That's it. But if I like am not feeling confident, or if I was like definitely like 100%, it's probably like Baby by Justin Bieber.
Okay.
You know, if you
Yeah.
want to go like more show tuney. I mean, the difficulty level on a Milli is pretty high up.
Yeah.
Like he barely breathes to the song, but I can do it.
Yeah.
I feel confident about it. Okay, my other question for you. This is what I've been thinking about a lot in my drive here. What song would you want to play over the end credits in a movie about your life? Say a whole movie's been played. Boom. The end of your story, the end of your film. And then do you know how you feel like after you've seen a movie and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it leaves you feeling some type of way.
Go to Town by Doja Cat.
I love that. That's very you. Gonna town. I love that song.
It's in one of the end credits to I think
sorry.
season 5 of Broad City, and it brings me all the feels. Like it's the episode where Abby and Alana like walk all of New York City before Abby moves away.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not be the finale, but it's a second to last episode of the series now that I'm remembering it. And it just like, it's just good.
It is good. It's
Yeah.
good feels. It
Yeah.
gives very much what's that movie? What's our favorite movie? Someone New vibes.
Someone great. Yeah.
Someone great.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay. I have a few,
Okay.
but I do have to say something about I saw a scene from Broad City and that I was laughing out loud, like truly laughing out loud is when they're on roller skates and they're watching the soccer players play and he's like, wanna fook? Wanna fook? Wanna fook? I was rolling. And then she's like, and then like they kick it towards her and went by Abby and Abby goes to get it. She's like, got it. And it was like so embarrassing. And Alana was like, cute. Yeah, cute. Like she was like hyping her up. Like, yeah, you got this. Wanna fook? It's so funny.
It is honestly one of the smartest TV shows ever made. You have to watch it.
It's so funny.
Rewatching the Mindy Project right now.
Ooh, that's a good one. I
is a
haven't
good
watched the
one.
whole thing in full. Okay, my end song. I have two. One is Too Much by Drake, but that's like if I'm in my feels. I also thought about what's that called? Pop That by French Montana. Don't stop, pop that, don't stop. Too hype.
I feel like that's your intro song.
Yeah, you're right. So Too Much by Drake would be good.
Yeah.
But also Float On by Modest Mouse. A great tune.
I'm not familiar.
Okay, it's real upbeat and fun. But
Yeah.
those are mine.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that a lot. Okay. Let's get into it. I'm starting us off tried and true. Any
Okay.
Elvis song.
Okay, but here's our caveat.
Okay, yeah.
This is all in good fun.
Okay.
When we say we're psychoanalyzing, we might be roasting you. Don't take it personal.
We told you what we were doing, and you decided to give us your
Yeah,
song.
okay.
We have no idea who you are personally.
Yeah, we don't.
Most of these were sent anonymous, and if they weren't sent anonymous, we just looked down the list. We didn't
Or-
look at.
You are one of 10 to 20 people that sent the same song.
So this
And-
is how we're categorizing
All right.
them too. So
All
these
right.
are. I'm picking the ones that I saw numerous of,
Yeah.
or I'm like putting them in genre
Yeah.
and more specifically, what song that you
Yeah.
picked.
And I feel like we could probably do a second episode on like the very niche songs with like similar to how we did breakup songs, like how we like talked about lyrics and like broke it down of like songs,
I didn't get that
little
specific.
known songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that. That's what I was going to do, and then I shot a funeral this morning. So
So vibes are off.
I mean, I was fine, but it just took up my day. So.
Right. Well, shout out
Eileen.
Eileen. This one's for you, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen. Okay, so the title of the song, At Last, Etna James. Any Elvis song, any can't. What is it?
Oh,
Can't help falling in love.
The Haley Reinhardt.
No,
Haley Reinhardt
everyone
version?
says it's the Elvis version.
But-
people.
But the Haley Reinhardt version too. At Last, Etta James.
Okay,
Let's
Tell me
start
your-
with that.
tell me you're boring without telling me you're boring.
Honestly, you want to be timeless, and I get that.
I appreciate the timeless factor.
Yeah, you want to be timeless. You don't want to go with Ed Sheeran, but But you might be an Ed Sheeran type of gal.
But also tell me you don't have music days without people will come for me for that.
Don't say that. That's harsh.
I know, because I know it's classic, but like you're gonna tell me that you two really bonded on At Last? No, you know what I'm saying? Like the song is for you two. This is my individual opinion. Okay.
Yeah. Also, bride chose a song, groom had no idea.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's not like a song.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather you pick some bullshit Jason Aldean song than
that you're both singing to each other because you both at least know the fucking
there's
lyrics.
a memory to it or something, but not At Last for the classicness of a wedding.
Yeah, the Haley Reinhardt version of I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, same exact situation. It's you want it to be timeless. You want it to be something like nice and sweet. Groom had no idea. We're talking about straight couples here, okay?
Your dress is probably the high neck.
Jess.
Too niche.
Too niche.
You can cut that out.
With
the mermaid bottom.
No.
You already know. Okay, I've been to enough weddings.
The fit and flare. The fit and flare.
I'm speaking facts. Nothing wrong with the dress. I'm just saying. Okay. Also, I feel like if these were your songs, like you just Googled best first dance wedding songs.
Yes, you did.
And that's what came up. So you said, I'll tell my DJ that.
Yeah.
I rest my case there.
Yeah, no lies were given, but some shade was thrown. Okay?
Yep.
No lies were given.
Are you going next?
I will go. Let's see.
At last,
my love has come along.
Okay, and I'm gonna be honest, is that like if any of these songs are played, I'm singing my goddamn heart out while photographing it, okay? Ain't a song I heard that I didn't like. Besides Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh my God. How about Beyond by Leon Bridges? It's a banger for sure. I got no qualms with Beyond.
I have no qualms with Leon Bridges because he has like a soulful old voice. So I feel like if you're a fan of Leon Bridges, you appreciate music.
Yeah.
Beyond's a little too upbeat sometimes. And sometimes like, how do you know how to dance?
Yeah, I would say, if you're doing Beyond, you're probably not the most sentimental couple. You want to have a little pep in your step.
And I know that you're only doing that for 30 seconds.
You're cutting it short.
Yeah, if you're playing Beyond.
But Beyond starts very well. It's a very good intro.
It is. I mean, I'm a big fan of Leon, so I agree that you have good taste in music.
Yep.
You're playing it safe.
But you are playing it safe.
Yeah, you're playing it safe to still choose something that could mean something to you and your partner. And so hats off. Hats off to Beyond.
This is still a song where I'm not totally convinced that the groom knows what's about to play.
I agree.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you want to know?
No, but also that song's really mainstream.
It is
like Leon Bridges, like deep cuts.
Yeah.
The groom probably doesn't know.
Yeah. But it's a good song. I throw no shade on the song itself. But it's still, you might lack a little spice and flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But as you said, bringing in spice and flavor to your wedding takes a lot of effort, and not everybody's built for that, and we respect the game. Sorry, I'm just reading this. One of my friends said, I went to a wedding where Tennessee Whiskey was their first song, and wow. And I know her. And this is a negative wow.
Oh.
She was like, choo.
Oh, okay. Because I read that and I was like, was she blown away by how great of a song
she's
that
throwing
is?
shade. She's throwing shade.
Okay, Tennessee Whiskey, play it as a slow dance song. It's a good song.
Yeah, it's a
classic
anniversary dance song, or like
it shows you still have a little bit of flair because there's some tradition in Tennessee Whiskey, but chueg, high neck dress.
Jess, if you don't stop with the high neck dress, I don't know why that's personal.
I had a high neck dress.
That's very true. She's throwing shade on herself. Okay.
But it's the one dress.
Yeah.
You can cut that. You can cut that if that's too niche.
But Tennessee Whiskey, the groom knows the song.
Sure does.
So we'll get the bonus
because
points.
it is alcohol involved.
Yeah.
If we're talking about a heterosexual relationship and marriage.
Yeah.
Which we do say we shoot a lot more of.
Yeah.
But
we throw about two a year in the same sex couples.
I'm trying to get the LGBT.
I'm trying to get 50-50. Trying to get 50-50.
I'm trying to get the commune over here.
Yeah, we're doing our better. Doing our best.
We're doing our better.
We're doing our better.
We're doing better. Okay, I have one.
Yep.
And this one specifically, someone submitted, and it was Penny and Sparrow Cult Classically, but I'm just going to blanket it as indie jams, okay? Yep. If you are playing the indie jams, I feel that you guys like love on a deep level.
Yeah.
You guys picked a song no one knows and still don't care.
Yep.
And that somehow adds to your cool factor.
Yep. Maybe
I'm speaking because I first danced to an indie tune, an indie jam.
Yep.
But something about you knowing like underground songs. Someone else said City and Color, Northern Wind. Love that song. Mm-hmm. I am immediate sob fest. Because those types of songs really, it doesn't matter if you know the lyrics. It doesn't matter if you knew the song, but it provokes a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
So if you want that from your guests and you want that from you and your partner, y'all love on a deep level.
Yeah.
And hats off. I keep saying hats off. Is it because it's the first time I'm wearing
hats off to you?
Is it because it's the first time I'm wearing a fucking hat that I'm just
No, it's not, because you've been wearing that red beanie for way too long.
Oh yeah, I'd be rocking the beanies. I almost pulled it out today. You're
Don't. My God, it's way too hot.
I know. Okay, but that's the thing. If you're pulling out indie jams too, you either wore a flower crown or you strongly considered it.
Yeah.
I'm throwing shade at myself. Hands down. I mean, there's no shade thrown, but I feel like that. I love that you don't care that nobody knows the song. I love that it's important to you. That's just who I am and who I like, or like my personal opinion on like first dance song.
Yes. Jess, I have to bring this to you. What's your stance on a mashup first dance?
Give me an example.
So,
like how, from what song to what song? What are we
Let's
mashing?
say, what's that Ed Sheeran song? Perfect. Mashup to Lil Wayne. So it's like dance, 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 mashup, choreographed hip hop number, bring the sunglasses out, make the crowd go wild. I say the couple is fun, getting married in a ballroom.
Because the sunglasses, I immediately thought them going back to back and like, yeah. Yeah, I do think it's fun. I went to a couple of friends of mine. They are known for like their weird, outlandish, wild dancing, and they both are like that, especially when they go. But like they started dancing and just like said fuck it, and then like did their own thing, and I like that they just like dance like themselves, and I thought that was very them. So yeah, 100%. I feel like you nailed it on the mashup.
Yeah,
I mashed up with my dad, but I don't know. I wouldn't. The mash. What do you think about choreographed dances like ballroom dancing?
Okay,
classes?
I have to say this. I have to say this now. If you are choreographing a dance, whether it's slow or upbeat, especially if you're choreographing your slow first dance number,
like a ballroom, this used to be a tradition.
You best get to the place where you're not staring at each other, stone cold, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, over here. Like no worse pictures have ever been taken. Because it just makes me, it's like you are so like, you know, the look, and the girl is like busting her neck, like we're going this way, then we're going this, and it's like
it's too concentrated, too serious.
I would rather you just dance
I'd rather
slowly
you fuck up
and laugh together than actually take yourself seriously in that moment.
Yeah, because I kind of get the ick if you take yourself too seriously. Dead ass, but I'm like, it's not that serious.
It's not.
But honestly, I do think like taking classes or like dance classes is a fun couple things to do leading up to. And if you want to pull a little choreographed number, by all means, go for it. It's definitely like faded out. It used to be like a really well-known thing, but not anymore.
Because I think the pics don't come out that great.
Well,
and
because
that's
your face is like constipated.
So constipated face.
Okay, we have to get this out of the way.
Okay.
We're grouping it.
Yeah,
I'm grouping. I'm grouping it at this point.
We've never had more submissions, by the way.
Yeah.
On a prompt
ever. So that's why we can't call you out by name. We have to call you out by genre. And I'm calling it's got to be the country fam. Talk to me. You're basic and you don't care.
You basic and you don't care. You played sports in high school. He thought he was going to go pro or to college, tore his ACL or his meniscus or his shoulder.
Moment.
I mean, his future was robbed from him.
True Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, a true Friday
story.
Wheelchair.
Oh my
Jason
God.
Street in these streets. But you go to Country Fest. You've been to Blossom if
but
you're
you
local to
what?
Ohio.
You know what we have to say about these country folk? Y'all are down to earth, though.
They are.
Like, I'll fuck with you guys.
Yeah.
The country fests are fun. You guys are a lot of fun. The party, if you dance to a country song as your first dance, the odds are the party's going to be fucking off the chains.
And I will say, if you're dancing to a country song, if you're dancing to a Jason Aldean, a Kenny Chesney, a whatever, the groom wants to dance to this.
And we love
that. Like, there's a section of music that's like good classic music, groom doesn't give a shit. And then there's the basic ass country, but the groom knows every single word to the song, and he will probably sing to it to you in his truck on the way home from, your college football game that you guys still go back to. And the Letterman jacket, it still gets used.
I was going to say high school. Go back high school. But I will say I do have a soft spot for country. I listened to it growing up. It's a lot of core memories from my dad, a.k.a. Cowbs now. Cowbs. Now everyone knows I can speak in my own language.
Thank God. We were stifling you for too long.
I know. I can't believe there is so much on last episode that I don't know that people know about me, and it's a little frightening. But anyways, I stand with the country fans. Garth Brooks is my one and only.
Okay.
I still vibe out. So
yeah,
I get it. I get it, but you do know you're basic. That.
You do know that. You can't say you can't have you're chug. You're chug and you know it. Yeah.
What about Dan and Shay? Any Dan and Shay?
I don't.
Okay, I will. Why do I
Dan
single them?
Shay.
Why do I single them out outside of country? Because it's just
so
overused.
mainstream.
Yeah,
it is so mainstream. Like, there's mainstream country, and then there's like the music that bursts over into like mainstream pop. And I feel like Dan and Shay and Florida Georgia Line, and a lot of those guys. A couple people submitted a Tyler Childers song called "All Yourn."
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Tyler Childers?
I would
All Yourn or something like that.
Yeah, I would categorize Tyler Childers as indie.
Yeah, this song is actually
Lady May. Someone put Lady May.
This All Yourn is, I would say, it's a cute song. I listened to it today. It could put Tyler Childers on some hits.
Yeah.
On some charts. Sorry, we just heard somebody talking in the hallway.
He's singing his own first dance song.
Yeah. So listen to that if you're looking for a song. It's a good song. It's cute. It's a little bit more upbeat if you're not into the like.
Here's something I feel like when we talked about me like playlisting, which I've scraped the surface of getting into, but like I could give people. But I can give you guys for a good first dance song, but I don't feel like that matters, because if it doesn't matter to you, if you didn't share that song in some special way, then it doesn't really matter to give people good ideas for songs. Because why? Like, oh, I really like the song. This should be our first dance song. I think that's weird in a relationship, But that's because music is important to me. But I don't know if like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think music is as important necessarily. Or it's like if you're in a stage of life, like there was a point in my life where like I really wasn't listening to music. Like, and I love music. I've been a musician. I've written music. I love music, but just like you have the emotional capacity for things. Like there have just been times where like I haven't been like delving into like Spotify changed my life.
Yeah.
Like this was before I had Spotify and I could just put on like mixes of like different vibes and stuff, and that's how I've learned. But like, I don't know. I think with something like this, there's nothing wrong like inspiring people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to hear my like? These are. I think I could choose 4 songs. I think Josh might pick for our first dance song.
You already said them. Oh, you didn't say which songs?
No.
Oh,
so I think it could be The Best Part by
I already know all of them.
And Daniel
Caesar. I know.
Simply the Best from Schitt's Creek.
Noah
sings that. Too Much by Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me basic. That does. I mean, I've never seen anybody dance to that, but that's. I mean, it's it's gonna be fun to edit out. It's pop music. It's whatever.
My
but
obsession with Justin Bieber.
I love that song. Josh loves that song. Or he could go my favorite song, which is Wonderfully Bizarre by Bendigo Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I'm excited. It's a surprise for all of us.
You're gonna love our Walking Down the Aisle song.
Don't tell me any
I
music
won't. You're
cues.
not gonna be well. But at least you have Madison now to share the responsibility with.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what you did and just disassociate and do my job.
But the best part, I feel like the best part might be the new Beyond. Am I wrong for thinking that?
No, but I will go. No. Not many people took to it, to be honest.
Really?
I haven't heard it enough. But I do have down because somebody put Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You. And I just kind of blanket that as to any R&B first dance song. You guys have good sex and you want everyone to know it.
Hell yeah.
I feel like it's a sensual song. R&B is so sensual.
You have good sex and you want everyone to know.
It's clear as day that the sexual tension could cut a knife in that room. Because I feel like any R&B song, if you're dancing to that, it's like you're moving your hips a little extra.
Yeah.
Like you have to dance with a little swaggy.
I have to say something. I have to go back. When we were blanket country, like the country songs, you bachelorette partied in Nashville. You bachelorette partied in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that. That's
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
but also, I think bachelorette partying in Nashville, you could be anybody. Because my friend Kim bachelorette partied in Nashville and she doesn't know a lick of country.
Really?
I promise you.
But Kim likes a good time.
But that's why we were there. Because she liked a good time. And it was a good time.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think I've said this on the pod last time she was on because we were in Nashville and we were at, I never forget, we were at Tootsie's, which is one of the most famous Nashville bars. And she's like, already wasted, 3 sheets to the wind. She's like, this shit's whack. I'm like, are you talking about this band or are you talking about like country music Nashville as a whole, man? And she's like, let's go to the next bar.
This shit's whack.
She's like, who said, like, who plays rap around here? I'm like,
oh yeah.
We had a blast. It was a moment, but we all laughed it off. Okay, are we gonna dive into the Ed Sheeran in general? I have one thing to say about it, and we
can dive into Ed Sheeran.
I mean, it's just tell me you're millennial without telling me you're millennial.
Tell me you're millennial without telling me you're millennial.
That's all I have because it goes back to you just.
Also, tell me you're a princess without telling me you're a princess. You want to listen to Perfect by Ed Sheeran, which is a song from a guy telling a girl she's perfect. You got body issues. You've got.
When you say princess, I really just pick
like Tiara Brides.
Yeah.
Yeah. which you're your own sect. And I've had good tiara brides. I've had crazy tiara brides. I'm not throwing shade, but I mean, maybe there's a little shade.
Do you, regardless.
Do you? Yeah, for sure.
Because you know who's a tiara bride, and it's Amber from The Ultimatum.
Which one's she?
You'll find out. Stay tuned. And you'll know Amber.
Okay.
You'll know Amber. But yeah, that's me wrapping it up.
Yeah.
I genre'd it, and I mean, all in all, I keep coming back to it. It's truly just like my advice is just if it's worth anything. What do you have?
I have to go back to Halo by Beyonce. We got a couple of these.
I've never ever heard that in my life because I don't know what I would do. I know. I'd be like, Halo, Halo, Halo. How do you dance that? Okay, can you answer this question? Can you answer this question that Britt and I... The alto. What were you? Soprano?
Do you want to know something that's a embarrassing humble brag?
What?
I was an alto 2 to soprano 2.
How?
I just had a
range on ya.
I took voice lessons because I did musicals and I didn't want to be put into like one or the other because guess what, guys? All fucking leads of musicals are fucking sopranos.
Yeah, no.
But
altos.
now I'm an alto. Alto 1 probably because I've lost all my range.
What was I saying?
I don't know. Are you impressed with me? Are you shocked?
No.
Are you shocked?
No rage. No. What was I saying?
We were talking about Halo by Beyonce.
Yeah. Oh. How do you dance as an adult to rap music? I'm sorry, this is off. This is what Britt and I asked, but like how in our age as millennials, as Gen Z, and we're hitting the clubs, we are no longer gyrating on each other.
No.
There's no sweaty dick.
I'm aggressive hands. I'm getting down low. I'm in the squat position. I'm singing at my friend.
It's almost like, yeah, we are just pointing and singing, right?
Yeah.
It's silly. It's almost silly, right? Like we're doing it to make the other person laugh, right? What are we doing?
Yeah, but that's the whole point of dance.
And then you only dance to yourself, but like it's not with someone else, but like you're facing them and like you'll do a little booty thing, like something cute, but like don't keep it going.
You might want to hit the whoa. You might want to like do a little move. Yeah.
One of these. Hey,
hey.
Okay, I just don't know because we grew up in a generation of grinding and now that is a hard no.
I know.
Because butt cancers be popping left and right on the dance floor. I really was saying my farewells to my friends.
Were you like worried? Were you stressed?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never had anything like that happen. So, and it hurt. So it was like hurt when my clothes rub up against it. I was in cheerleading. Could you imagine the sweat? And the
low-rise
tumbling.
Jeans. The low-rise Abercrombie jeans.
But ask any of my friends. They'll tell you. They're like, Jess had butt cancer. That's what I called it. I think I tried to make it funny because that was my life and how I dealt with things. But suffering aside,
it was an insight.
I was worried. I just wanted them to tell me I was all right. You know, you're like, I'm gonna flash it to you. 1, 2, 3, and they're like, okay.
Graphic images.
Graphic image rated X. Okay, that's all I have.
That's all we have. We're sorry. There were people that had very well thought out songs, and maybe we'll
go deeper into those, but I'm just saying, like, I think that goes towards you guys picking a song that truly means something to you is what's important. I don't care if it's Dan and Shay. Right. I don't care if it's At Last. Like, literally, if you play At Last and dance in your kitchen and that's why you picked it, that's cute as fuck. Okay, sorry for my judgment. Yeah, nobody asked for this opinion.
If the bones are good, that's another.
Rest on Hey, you guys! I don't know if you knew this, but she was an alto to soprano. She had crazy range. Okay,
I did.
I know.
I mean, it's an upset.
Oh,
it's an upset. It's a tragedy.
Squandered
my skills. Squandered them. But if the bones are good,
What do you say about them, Rach?
I say
I'm embarrassed.
you really believe that the bones are good. You really believe. Like, you don't care that that song is basic as fuck. You're like, hey, our bones are good.
I think
we've got a good, solid foundation. And I don't care.
But also, like, I don't care if you come up to me and you're like, we just, like, not into music, so we just pick something basic. I'm fine with that. But I will tell you, if you're, like, picked a song that I, like, asked you for the name of it after, the odds of us being friends are pretty high.
Like, that's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
I'm attracted to you guys as a couple.
Yeah.
Call me a swinger.
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
But I also will circle back and say, if Josh chooses Too Much by Justin Bieber, and my internal desire for him to choose Too Much by Justin Bieber is because I want him to be obsessed with me. I want him to be into me so hard. I want it to be about me. And that's 2.5 glasses of wine in. For the YouTube, you could tell me how much I drank. I don't remember.
Did you know someone asked us to get completely sloshed on an episode?
Drunk history style. And I'd love to do that.
I would do it. I feel like we should live stream it. Like, the episode should be live.
We can do that.
Wouldn't that be funny? So they can watch us, like, interchange. Obviously, the episode would still come out on Friday, but, like, to live stream an episode.
Yeah.
Wow. As we continually get more drunk.
I don't know how we do that logistically, but I'm looking into it. I'm not, but I will.
On your phone.
Just go live on Insta?
Truly live.
Oh. Cool.
Thought of it. Bringing it to the table.
Bringing it to the table. God. We have a podcast and we're rolling.
We are. Season 2.
Season 2.
What do you guys want from us?
Are we... Never mind.
What were you going to say?
Are we losing steam?
Are we losing steam? We've been switching it up on you.
I'm not going to put that in.
Are we relevant?
I have no idea anymore.
Like, are we too old?
I don't know. I have to, like, dose up my meds because I haven't been feeling the purpose in much lately.
I'm right there with you.
God.
That's why I'm reading this book. That's why I, like, need to do little things in my life too.
It's a sham.
The whole thing is,
life is a sham. We pay to live here. And I can't stress that enough.
For what, though?
I don't know. Whoever's idea it was to, like, make taxes and, like, paying to live.
Boo,
tomatoes.
I know.
Like, if the world is real, and I don't know about it, the jury's still out. If this earth is real, and it's as beautiful as the internet says it is, you're telling me there was just someone that's like, you know what? Pay to live. Pay to live. Be so poor and don't have health insurance. Be so poor you can't afford to see the beautiful things. And just double tap them on National Geographic's Instagram page.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
And we'll end on this. Because we play this game in our friend group called I Dissent. Which, in the end...
Is it an RBG?
It is an RBG game.
Okay.
And the whole basis of this game is they put a hot take on the table. Someone reads it aloud. Everyone has 15 seconds to go around and tell them why they think that this is true, why they think that this isn't true. The one that comes up a lot. Basically, if your friends like to argue, this is a perfect game for you. And it always ends in arguments, especially people with strong personalities. So the one is money can't buy you happiness. And everyone goes around 15, 20 seconds. Yes, money can buy you, or no, I disagree, and this is why. And you have to like state your case. And then there's a whole other situation for the game. But this has happened twice. And both times I'm like, no, it can't. Like
Do you know what my proof is for that?
What?
Lizzo says it can't.
It can.
It can't. Lizzo says money can't buy you happiness.
But I hear this from rich people. It's like, but now you think of it and you're like...
It takes away some stress. Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to have more money because I'd love to have less financial stress.
But like within, like happiness comes from within.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's something I'm just diving into. But it's like, do I wish that I can get approved for a $500,000 house right now in this market because that's what I like? Yes.
Is she the most delusional fucking person I've ever met?
I'm saying, do I wish I could afford that right now to buy it outright in cash and then just live in it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because let's be honest, like $500,000 houses right now, a couple years ago were like 250.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the market right now is a sham.
Stupid.
Yeah. So anywho, do I wish I could just pay that right now? Would that? But that is buy me a material thing, which externally will bring temporary. We got this whole thing.
We got the Forester and Harvest.
It's
Cabernet
it's
Sauvignon.
temporary happiness. Material things don't buy you happiness. So that's what I mean.
And Lizzo told me that, and that's why I believe
then we'll
it.
stand by Lizzo.
Yeah, I believe financial stress is a huge place of stress. I feel it right now. I'm trying to come up with $19,000 in 3 months. We're grinding.
Mm-hmm.
We're shooting funerals on Wednesday mornings. Okay. And yeah, but I'm not going to say that like having money doesn't bring its own set of like responsibilities and stress.
Sure.
And like, I don't know.
It's like it's meant to provoke thought.
Yeah.
You know?
mean, I think a more nuanced like argument or discussion is like, would you rather deal with poverty problems or money problems?
Yeah.
That's a more nuanced question.
Yeah.
And we won't talk about that on the podcast, but I think that's a more fair discussion.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean,
let me know,
it's
you guys.
potato, tomato.
If you guys have any tips out there, I mean, I'm reading the book. I'm searching within.
Yeah.
Staying present in the moment.
I'm trying to listen to pods. I'm trying to read a book.
Read a book, Rach, would ya?
I'll try.
I'll give you this one. It's literally like someone's talking to you. I took a long break from self-help books.
I
Because I
can't
wasn't
get
ready
with
to
the
deal.
woo-woo.
This is barely woo-woo though. Barely.
Sounds woo-woo to me.
No, they swear a lot and they just like tell you like just like psychological facts, and I love that.
Okay. Dropping knowledge.
Okay, that's it, guys. We've been rambling.
We're rambling.
Cut it. All right, guys, this is for better and worse. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Thank you for being here today.
We appreciate you forever and always. I'm Jess.
I'm Rach.
And we out.